All right. Yeah, so this is group seven. This is our Do Something project. I'm Liam.
I'm Alina.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Nicola.
And the Do Something thing that we chose to do was create a all-in-one resource for housing insecure youth in the GTA. So we made a pamphlet that kind of encapsulates all the resources that a housing insecure youth in GTA would need. Of course, it doesn't have every resource on it, but it has some of the most credible and valuable resources in the GTA. Um, the goal of the pamphlet is to connect homeless and at-risk youth in the GTA with helpful resources to give them places to sleep, eat, get clean, feel safe, and be heard. So there's a bunch of very helpful resources. Many are very widely known, and some, we're definitely not. We have to do lots of research for it, and there's some very cool and important ones, both for all groups and some women specific ones and some LGBTQ plus friendly spaces as well. So I think all around it's a very helpful resource for young people who may need a guide for everything all in one. If they're ever in need of something, there's phone numbers, addresses, and names for places that they can go for whatever they need. And also, one of the main resources we have on there is Covenant House, and one of our group members actually worked there for a while, Nicola. So he's going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so obviously when we came together as a group, we had a bunch of ideas. We kind of did some spitballing to try and figure out what would be the best way to have it be produced that would be very digestible towards youth that we want to be the target audience. And we settled on a pamphlet, as you can see here. It's very easy to read and has all the information quite plainly laid out with all the critical information where it needs to be. So, as Liam was saying, I did work at Covenant House for a while, and I can definitely see the benefit of a pamphlet like this because this is the kind of information that you'd have to reach out to a youth worker there for, or maybe call central intake and wait on hold. And obviously, that's stuff you'd want to do if you're accessing that resource or the shelter or any of these. But just having this there puts it all out plainly for the youth and gives them a chance to see it. And maybe if they don't want to have a conversation and they just want to be able to read it and have something in their pocket for when they need it, if they're not at the shelter, it's just good to have, especially the way it's laid out.
Absolutely. And I think extending on that too, when you're in a vulnerable place like that, having a pamphlet is really great for privacy. So it's not like you said, having to go ask someone or access the internet or have your business kind of displayed. It's great for that reason. I think it's also very accessible for youth, having something small, lightweight, easy to store in your backpack or a pocket, especially if you're like on the move and around, I think is helpful too.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of the places where we focused on are focused on trauma-informed care with trauma-informed services. So it's a place where the youth is met with care, not judgment. So I think that's really important too.
Yeah. Everything included on the pamphlet is all, GTA centered. So it's Toronto and surrounding area. So, whether you're in, Mississauga, Brampton, Toronto, there's, everything nearby. And like we said, addresses, shelters, addresses for shelters and all these places and the phone numbers are included. And on the back, there's also a crisis lines for yeah, crisis lines for very important things like the Toronto Distress Center and the Suicide Crisis Helpline. And there's also an LGBT youth line, which is a great resource. Um, and yeah, so with these pamphlets, we printed them out and we brought them to community spaces. Myself, a rec center, and a library, and a food bank in the GTA. These were placed in, and we'll have photos with the submission as well to show that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
my other
and
members.
we're
I
gonna
brought it to a community center and a local library as well.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I've done the same, and I'm in touch with one of the shelters to see if they want to have it displayed in there once they verify that all the information is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we try to put it in spaces that are easily accessible in the community for homeless youth. Obviously, they're without shelter, and these are spaces that they can enter and they can grab a pamphlet, and it's a resource that they can bring with them and have with them.
But yeah, I think we're all very proud of it, and we feel like it's a good layout and a very good resource that the youth will be able to benefit from. And it's something that shows that we can put something together as a group that is very has the possibility to create some change, just even a little bit, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
All right. Thank
Awesome.
you for listening to our
Yeah.
TED Talk.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.